How do you feel about having multiple projects going at one time? Do you start a thing and finish every last detail of that thing before you move on to the next project? Or are you like me with lots of things on the go at any given time? I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and if you watch my channel at all, you will know that I've always got lots of projects going. Some of them may be on the back burner for a while, some of them may be tucked away in a box with honestly no intention of ever going back to them, and some of them I'm really excited about. It always amazes me how I can set something aside for a couple of months and then pick it up again, and suddenly it is my new favorite project. But I know at the time that I set it aside, it wasn't my favorite project. I don't apologize for having multiple whips, either in my cross-stitching, my knitting, or my quilting. And I think that having multiple projects can actually be a really good thing for a lot of different reasons. There are projects I am working on that need every last bit of my concentration. And there are other projects, especially knitting, that I can have in my hands and be working on while paying attention to 4 other things that are going on in the room. So having a complicated bit of lace on my needles and having some easy stockinette on another set of needles, or having a quilt project where I'm piecing big squares and another one where I'm fiddling with itty bitty triangles, the variety works well for me. Sometimes I just need to take a break from a project because it is frustrating me for one reason or another. There are days when I can't line up little triangles or figure out that confetti stitching, or days when I don't want to look at another inch of back stitching. And being able to pick something else up to work on until that mood is past benefits me greatly. I will switch between projects to give my eyes a break, either when I'm knitting itty bitty stitches or if I'm working in cross stitch on linen, or 18 count. If I switch to 14 count, or 10 count is my new favorite, it's a change of pace. It gives my eyes a break. It lets me see progress on something else, especially when I'm working on something where there is no end in sight, and no matter how much I do, it doesn't feel like I can see that I have made any progress. With needlework, holding a 11 by 17 inch Q-snap and then switching to something tiny I can stitch while I'm just holding it rolled up in one hand, it's a different experience, and switching between those different experiences I find to be really helpful. And yes, I will admit that I currently have, I won't say more cross-stitch projects than I wish I had, because they are things I had intended to start. And if I started it and did a day or two of stitching and then tucked it away and will go back to it later, that doesn't seem to be much worse than having it kitted up in my stash and starting it later without having put in any stitches. I don't guilt trip myself about this. I love stitching, I love knitting, I love quilting, and having multiple things going at any one time makes me happy. And I don't think any of us should have to apologize for that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be back with you soon with more videos.